my right hand to help me catch here. So Darren starts to run, and I use this to climb. So I'm climbing from the ankle to the knee to the hip. All right, so that's the first one at long range. So all that basically is here, I can catch with the right hand, or I can use the right hand to help me catch with the left hand and then switch to the right. The benefit of catching with the inside hand is if I catch with my right and Darren tries to turn, it's harder for him to like free that grip. Whereas if I catch with the left hand and he turns, he'll clear the grip a lot easier. So just kind of keep that in mind. So you have two choices. The one that I prefer is basically you play on my right hip, use my right hand, I'm monitoring his hands, and I catch. And then I get my left hand in. So see the way I'm covering, using my elbows on the floor, and I'm going to chase this far leg, looking to bring his knees or hips together. If he runs away to turtle, we go into mat return. So that's going to be the first one from long range. So we'll do it one more time. Here. Here. If he runs, we climb from the ankle to the knee to the hip. If we can knock him down, it'll look something like this. So here, bringing the knees together. He sits up, body lock. Mid-range, basically what we're going to do on this one is we can either catch the knee, or we can get the hand first. Getting the hand first works really well because you kind of create a little angle, and you also create like separation between his elbow and his hip here. All right, so say I'm here with Darren, I can't get the low one. What I do is I go left hand to right hand, pass off to my right hand, and then Darren tries to turn or even square up with me, shoulder goes behind the hamstring. And I use this hand to help me get up, and I drive weight on the left leg. So the leg I'm not attacking, I drive weight onto that here. We can stay on singles, or we can go into our body locks. All right, so again, so maybe it looks like this. So hand fight, tried to get this, it didn't work. Switch it, shoulder behind the hamstring, and I'm using this to push, and I lean off Darren here, and I get him to bounce 2 or 3 times on that far leg. This leg is now live. We go into our body locks or single leg finish. Just again, so we're here. And then if you just look at the footwork is a little bit different. On the last one, feet came behind, and we use our hand to help us launch our head forward. So you go feet behind, hand helps me launch my head forward, and we catch. But on this one, it's more of a penetration step. So left goes to right, Darren tries to maybe move, and then I roll my hip over my knee, I go into penetration step here. So without Darren here, it looks like this. So I'm going to go toes off the mat, roll my hip over my knee, toes go on the floor, knee goes on the floor, and then we start to step. We walk in that quarter squat position. So, and to help you launch your head forward to catch your training partner's ankle or knee. So that was just basically coming from here, and we can go like say low, or we can start to build up tall. The second one was kind of more of a traditional one where we get separation between the elbow and the hip. I roll my hip over my knee, my toes off the floor. I use this for momentum by bringing my head forward. So heel, toe, knee, and then we start to go into our penetration step, and then we can go into our back body lock, wherever you want to work. The next one is like, this is close range, and it works really well. In the beginning it might feel a bit weird. It's basically like if any of you done a fitness class, you might know the exercise called a candlestick. I think it's called a candlestick. So it's like you use the outside of your feet, so you cross your feet, you have the outside of your feet pressed on the floor, and I bring my head forward to take the weight off my hip, and then all I do is just sit up like this. It looks hard. It's hard if you keep the weight on your hips and try stand from here. If I bring my weight forward and I put it on my feet and I lean on my training partner, it's easy to wrestle up from here. So what we'll do is we'll do it off the 2-on-1. So I'm here, maybe I get my 2-on-1. I'm not able to get separation between the elbow and the hip. Maybe I pull down forward and he goes into a square stance. So I pull him forward, so I snap, and then all I'm gonna do is concentrate on coming up using that candlestick motion, and I just grip the hamstrings with a false grip. When I come into this position, I wanna focus on putting his shoulders behind his hips. Here. It's across, he takes a step, candlestick. All right, so crossing our feet, cupping the hamstrings, and watch the way I lean my way forward so my hips are off the ground. So it's here, and I look up. If I look down, I'm gonna have a rounded spine, and I'm just gonna get sprawled out. So we come up, and then we put his shoulders behind his hips. All right, so do one more time. So we're here,